welcome to Mystery Beers episode number 240 of
Brutal Battle.
That's a lot of mystery episodes. We've been doing this for, like 8... I'm losing track. It's like 8 years we've been doing this podcast. Yes. It's been going on. I think our first episode was out sometime, in 2013, January of 2013. So it's about 8 years. I might be wrong. It may have been 2012. I don't know. Point is, we've been doing this for a while, and yeah, we've done a lot of mystery beers. So this one's going to be kind of like a lot of the mystery beers ones we've done recently, where I know what the beers are, Rebecca has no clue. We are going to rate them. Now, this one's different. Since it's 240, it's one of the decasodes, we want to do something special. So we're doing 12 beers, and we've had tournaments in the past where we pulled beers out of the cellar. Now, we're doing that again for these 12, but there's a twist to it. These are beers that have been forgotten, basically, and may very well just be awful. But some of them may be good. We don't know.
The reasons why your beer cellar should not be that big.
Right, that's true. So, big disclaimer on this episode. None of these beers are an actual representation of what the beers taste like fresh, and it is my fault that they're in this condition, not the fault of the breweries. Although, we might end up finding some beers that were like, oh, I didn't think this would age well, but it did. Maybe we won't, though. I don't know. But the point being, it should be fun. Maybe not so much for us, but more for you guys listening to it. You can hear us be like, well, that's a terrible beer. And I want Rebecca then to kind of try and guess, what was this supposed to be?
Okay.
Because some of these... literally, I don't even know how old they are. I can give you, an estimate of how old they're past. Be like, it's at least X number of years. Could be way more. So, I don't know. Literally, these just got forgotten. But they've all been cold. That's the important thing. For the time they were forgotten, they were cold in the small fridge I have in the basement. So, they've been cold, but, that's not going to suspend a beer in time. It just kind of helps to prolong the freshness period. So anyway,
okay. So
we're just going to jump into it.
Go. Let's go. Number one.
Beer number one. What does it look like?
It looks red.
Yeah. I think it's
like
orange.
Orangish red.
Yeah, I think it's mainly orange, but yeah, there's a little reddish tinge to that orange. I can see through it. Yeah, I can see through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does it smell like?
Very resiny.
It does.
A little pine, a little mango.
It smells kind of syrupy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like pine. Yeah, I would say definitely with the mango. Definitely a lot of that pine.
It smells like an IPA.
It just smells very malty. It's very malty. Sap. Yeah, like that pine sap. I like your first descriptor of resiny. Yeah, it definitely smells that way. Okay, I mean, it smells like an IPA past its prime, pretty much. Actually, more like double IPA or something, because of how, syrupy it kind of smells.
Doesn't have a lot of flavor.
No. A lot of bitterness on the finish.
A lot of bitterness, a little pine in the taste.
It's not offensive, though.
No, but...
It's just malty sweetness... More bitterness on the finish than you would assume. It's kind of drying on the finish as well.
It is really drying.
And, a little syrupy. Plenty of pine to it, though, yeah. I don't taste the mango that you were saying we were getting on the nose.
Yeah, so, it kind of just falls flat. It's like a little hit of pine, a little bitterness, well, a decent amount of bitterness, and then... I
mean...
It's not bad, but it's not good.
If you're in a pinch... You could drink this.
Yeah.
You're not going to have, the best time with it. You're not going to be like, oh, man, I'd like to drink this. But, yeah, I mean, you could drink it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be exactly choking it down. So that's good. All right. So, number for this.
3.
Okay. Are you going to 3? I'm going 2.
Yeah, I was between 2 and 3.
That's fine. So, 2.5. And sorry, people, if you hear some movement, because I'm writing on a piece of paper that's on the table. We use a folding table, so, So anyway, you have to guess. What do you think this was? You don't have to...
I think it's some sort of IPA.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're right. This is by Mikkeller, and it's 19. It's just the number 19. Now, this beer is... Let's see, Mikkeller's out of Belgium initially. This is when they were brewing at De Proef. Actually, you know what? If I look this one up, because this one doesn't have a date code on it, but I know it's old. If I look this up on Untapped, I think I can find what the actual date is for it. Let me do that real quick. Bear with me. Mikkeller 19. Doesn't it have when it was... Oh, man. Oh, there's 19 hops in it. Oh. That's why it's called 19. So there are that many different hops. So the last time anyone checked into it was 2016. So it's at least 4 years old. Although I'm pretty sure... Oh, that was a rebrew. Sorry. That was a rebrew of it. So it's definitely older than that.
It wasn't the rebrew? We didn't get the rebrew?
No, this is not the rebrew. And you can tell by looking at the can. Because people have some pictures of it on there. So yeah, this is old. This is... Oh, okay. I found the one. It's 2012. This is an 8-year-old IPA.
What?
Yeah, that's an 8-year-old IPA. It could taste a lot worse for an 8-year-old IPA, to be honest. Yeah. It's like we were saying, you wouldn't seek this out or be super happy about this, but it could definitely taste worse for an 8-year-old IPA.
Okay.
Okay, then.
So number two.
Looks
dark, brown, a little red around the edges.
You can kind of see through.
Looks like a porter.
Portions.
Looks like a porter or a brown ale.
Yeah, porter, stout, brown, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
It's really malty, obviously.
There's like a wood.
Oh, yeah. It is
There's
woody.
Like a wood in there.
I smell like a little molasses.
Yeah, there's a sweetness in there.
And like a slight black licorice to it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And then there's also a little kiss of like that soy sauce, umami type smell.
A little chalky.
Yeah. Yeah, really woody though. Oh, it's almost getting, with that umami to it, it's almost getting a little mushroom in the nose
also,
too.
It's a little tobacco-y.
Okay. Yeah, I can also see that.
It's very complex.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Okay. We'll see what it tastes like though. It's very thin.
Yeah.
Very thin.
Has a lot of the same flavors that we picked out in the nose.
Yeah, it's very easy. Ooh, I actually get a little hit of chocolate on the end.
I was almost getting a little in the nose. Yeah,
it's not so much there in the nose, but you definitely get it very quickly at the very end of the sip. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a quick, like, dark chocolate.
But I'm definitely getting the wood in the taste.
There is, once again, like the first beer, there's more bitterness there than you would assume.
And the flavors aren't overly robust.
Yeah. It's not bad, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's not...
As I keep sipping it, too, I'm actually starting to get a little coffee developing from it as well. And I do get that kind of, like, woody character.
Yeah. It's like the first one, though. It's not bad, but not good. It's just...
I actually don't mind this, honestly. It's not bad at all. I'm actually okay with that. But it's not, like, great or anything. So I'm going to give that a 3.
I'm giving it a 3 as well.
Okay. So it's definitely better than the first one. Okay, any guesses on this one? What should it be?
Is that a barrel-aged... It could be a barrel-aged stout.
Okay. I don't think it is. It's a porter. You were right when you were guessing what it looked like. Corafune Porter. And this is by Baird Beer. And it's a Japanese product. It's a brewery from Japan. And it's 6% alcohol. I can tell you what actually the alcohol's not even on the 19, the Mikkeller 19. So let me see if I don't think there's a date code on this one either. But again, I think I could try and look it up. Kurofune? Let's see what Untapped
Where
is
did you
saying.
get that?
I don't even know. That's how old. I literally had beers where I was just like, what is this? And, okay. So it's listed on Untapped as a Baltic porter.
Okay.
So, okay. So it is from 2015. Or no, it's potentially from 2011. It's either 2011 or 2015 because it looks like rebrew, So it's either 5 or 9 years old.
What the heck?
But it's not that bad. It's not bad.
I mean, I don't need to drink more of it, though.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
We have too many good beers in the house to...
Yes, way too many. And that goes to another point. We might do another one of these type of tournaments soon, but do beers that are from the cellar that should be good.
Yeah.
That we know should be good. And that could be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for it.
So this next beer,
the third one,
is very yellow.
Yeah. Slight tinge of orange to it, but yeah.
Very clear.
Yeah, unbelievably clear. There's like no head to it whatsoever. It smells like, I think it smells good.
I think it smells gross. I think it smells like sweet pineapple juice.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to put it. It's got a very serious tartness on the nose.
It smells like so sweet.
Yeah, it does. Well, it smells tart and it smells sweet at the same time. It's interesting. The first thing I thought is like a sour apricot is what it kind of smelled like to me. But I see where you're getting that pineapple. I think it kind of smells good. I'm going to be honest.
I think it smells really gross.
I think it smells kind of good. Well, you don't really like sours anyway, so we'll see. Going in.
Yuck.
It tastes the way it smells, right?
Yeah, which is gross. Kind of tastes like vomit.
There is...
like an acidic...
Yeah, there is a little bit of that kind of like vomity acid.
Bile.
Yeah, a little bile-ish. It's not too bad, though.
Hold on, time out. How can you go from taste like vomit and bile and then say it's not too bad?
It's just a little touch of that, in my opinion. And we've said there's weird flavors and smells in beers before, but said it's not a bad thing or it's not to a level that it makes the beer bad.
But vomit and bile is like a whole new level.
I guess I'm just more comfortable with that than you are.
Ugh. I think this is gross.
I get that apricot flavor, though. I definitely get that apricot, but I see also the pineapple that you said you were getting in the nose, and it is coming off as like sour, but sweet at the same time.
It's like sour in like a dirty dish rag sour way, though. Like
that's fair. That's fair.
Like not as in like a sour beer, in it's gone bad sour.
I keep drinking it though.
Well, you're weird. I don't know what's wrong with you. I think it's gross.
It's that apricot note.
I only went back in to get more descriptors.
Yeah, the apricot note keeps me going back.
This is a 1 for me.
I'm pretty fine with it.
Are you giving it a 2?
No, I'm giving it a 3, man. I'm fine with that.
What the fuck?
It's not bad. I don't have a problem.
Okay.
So it's an overall of 2, though. It's still, getting over.
Ugh.
All right. So your thoughts? What do you think this is?
I have no idea. It's something that's just gone wrong.
No guesses on what the style was supposed to be?
It could be a fruited sour.
Okay. So, you probably weren't going to guess what it was. It's by Pizza Boy Brewing out of Enola, Pennsylvania, and it's their Sour Murrin River, so it's a sour IPA.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, I remember when this was fresh, I liked this a lot. This is... Oh, they do have a date code on here. Let me see. Oh, I can't even read it, though. Oh, it's all messed up at the end. I can't even read what the date is. This is at least 4 years old. So, any hop character. It's just not going to be there anymore, really. It's
gross.
Gone. So it's just the sourness pretty much taking over. But I told you, I continued, like, I still want to drink it, actually.
You can drink the whole can.
I think I might, actually. I don't know.
Okay, you can drink that. No, no one's stopping you.
I shouldn't enjoy this, but I'm kind of enjoying it. It's weird.
You do you.
Yeah. Okay. You're done with it. We can move on.
I was done with it from the first sniff.
I'm sure you were. Okay. So let's go to the fourth
Number
one.
4.
Number 4. Dark.
Yeah, this could be a stout or a porter.
I can't really see through it.
No, it's pretty dark.
And there's a little bit of head around the edges, so and you can see there's a decent amount of brownness to the head.
Yeah.
So that would usually indicate a larger stout.
This actually smells good.
Woo! What does it smell
really
like?
Chocolatey, really malty.
I smell something else in it, but I can't say it.
Why?
You could say it. I can't say it.
Oh, because that's what.
Because it might give you an idea of what the beer is potentially.
Are you only picking it out because you know it's there?
I don't think so. I think I probably would have I'm not sure if I would have gotten it exactly. I would have gotten something like it.
It's caramelly. It smells caramelly.
Okay. Yeah, I see where you're getting a caramel aspect. Definite with the chocolate.
Definitely chocolate.
But there's one other thing that's actually very strong to me that I'm not getting. I'm not going to say it, but we'll just see if you taste it. How about that? All right, go ahead. The body is way less than I was expecting from the nose. It's actually pretty thin.
It's thin, and it has a decent bitterness to it. Like real chalky.
Yeah.
It's another real drying.
It's a very dark.
Ashy.
Yeah, and for that reason, it becomes a very dark chocolate flavor to the chocolate, like that we were saying we were smelling. And I clearly taste the thing.
I don't. You're just going to have to tell me.
Peanut butter?
Oh.
Do you get it now?
Yeah.
See, if I didn't know what it was, I may have said some sort of like proteiny nut type. Yeah. So, yeah. There's definitely peanut butter to it. Do you get it? Do you really see it now?
I get it now. It's subtle, though. It's not... I don't think it's
so much subtle.
I do.
So, it's... Once again, it's not, like, bad, but time hasn't been good to it, really. No. Yeah, so...
It's like... A beer like this, I think, should be a little bit more on the sweeter side.
I mean, there's a sweetness there, but yeah, I see what you're saying. But it's way
more bitter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get the sweetness up front, and then it just finishes bitter.
It falls flat. It falls real flat, real quick, and then it's just bitter.
Okay, so number for this one.
I'll give it a 3.
You give it a 3? Okay. I'm going to give it a 2. Once again, I mean, the disclaimer again. Not the fault of these breweries. This is all on, me specifically.
So this must be like a peanut butter porter. Is this Sweet Baby Jesus?
You are close. It's the Imperial version of that. It is Duclaw Brewing Company's For Pete's Sake, which is an Imperial chocolate peanut butter porter. And it's 9% alcohol. Mm. And they're out of Baltimore. So...
Okay.
Doesn't really hold up over time.
No.
Unfortunately, but, this is a warning for people. Don't lose track of your beers. Because you're basically out money at that point, because you're going to taste it and be like, I don't want to drink this.
Yeah, because it tastes like shit.
Kind of, yeah. So, okay, so through the magic of audio editing, you're not going to hear anything happening, but we're going to pause and get some more beers. Maybe the same day, maybe a different day. I don't know. And now for beer number 5. But real quick, I did want to say that For Pete's Sake does not have a bottle date. That's at least 4 or 5 years sitting in the cellar. So,
okay.
From recollection. So number 5 looks like very orange. Very orange. A little bit hazy to it. It's actually got some head that's hanging out.
Smells like this is an IPA.
Ooh.
It smells like...
That smells kind of good.
Yeah,
actually.
It smells like piney.
There's a citrus.
It smells a lot like the first one.
I get... Okay, now I know I say this every now and then for these hoppy beers. Like that candied Smarties smell.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sweet, but it's a little bit of that kind of like tart, citrus, sweet candy smell.
Yeah, and it could be like a candied orange.
Oh, yep. That's a great way to put it. It smells good, actually.
Yeah, it does.
There's a little... Did you say a little bit of pine in there?
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of pine. But it's a lot of that sweet kind of citrus. Mm-hmm. It smells good, actually.
It's a little syrupy.
Yeah. I can agree with that. All right, let's get in there. Ooh, it's very piney.
Yeah.
Very piney. And a bit syrupy.
And a bit syrupy and a bit bitter.
It's not that bad, though.
No, it's not. This might actually be the best one so far.
It's not that bad. That's... Okay. Interesting. It has a really great nose for it. For how old it is, it has a great nose. As I keep sipping it, it is very much like hop candy.
Yeah.
It's got that bitterness to it. It's got that kind of hop character because there is that orange, like you were saying, like candy-coated orange to it. But then there's also that pine that's clearly coming through, and it is kind of syrupy as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it tastes exactly like you think it's going to based on the nose.
I'm actually digging this, and honestly, this kind of tastes like an old school Imperial East Coast IPA. Because remember I was talking recently, like for a while, there was this trend of East Coast IPA,
right? Which
was like the West Coast IPA, but it was very pine-driven in flavor. So this just tastes like an old school Imperial East Coast IPA. I mean, really.
Like, I think it's nice. It's definitely an IPA.
It actually is not tasting bad at all. That's surprising. Okay, so your guess, and some sort of IPA, you say?
Did you want to? Do we give numbers now or later?
Oh yeah, we're gonna give numbers. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna jump the gun. Where are you going?
I'm gonna do 4.
You know, I'm gonna meet you there. I'm gonna go a 4 on that one. I actually enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's crazy. Okay.
I think it's an IPA. It's double duck pen?
Yes, a beer we had on recently when we did the Union 8th anniversary box episode.
You let that go and didn't drink it?
This is the one that got lost. See, this is what I'm talking about losing track of beers, getting lost. We drank all of the 6-pack except this one. Got lost in the little beer fridge. So remember we were like, when was the last time they brewed it? This is from the last time they brewed it. 2017. This is a 3-year-old double IPA that is actually still tasting good. That's kind of crazy to me. It still tastes good.
Yeah.
Who knew? Union, we did an experiment. 3-year-old double duck pin actually still tasting good. It tastes very different.
Yeah.
But it still tastes good.
It's still good.
Okay. That's a shocker. That's what I was hoping for, is that we would get at least one of those where we're both like, this is actually good. All right. So moving on. Number 6.
She's like brownish red.
Yeah, agreed. Very clear. Mm-hmm. Unbelievably clear. There's a little bit of a head to it. It's larger bubbles. That smells really sweet.
Smells like a Scotch ale.
Yes. Good point. It does smell very much like a Scotch ale. It's got that kind of like, almost like a little peat type smell to it. A little caramel going on in there as well. Maybe slight molasses mixed in with that. It's very sweet smelling. Very malty.
Yeah.
It smells like it's probably higher ABV too. Like I'm getting a little bit of an alcohol on the nose.
A little burn. Burn.
Definitely. Doesn't smell bad. It's all right. Oh, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. Yeah, that's like sickly sweet.
It's sickly sweet, but also doesn't have a lot of flavor. Like, it's just kind of one note.
Yeah, it's just like sugar.
Not
right?
Good. Yeah.
I mean, Okay, it's not 100% one note. There is like a slight kind of, I don't know, like a slight caramel-ish to it, but it's so just like almost like sugar water. I don't like that.
No.
This one didn't make it. All right, what's your number?
2.
Yeah, give it a 2 though. I'm going a 1. That's not good. It's just like sugar. It's just like pure. Yeah, no thanks. All right, any guesses?
I'm going to say Scotch Ale.
Okay. It is not. It is Dogfish Head's 90-minute IPA.
What?
Which is 9% alcohol, and obviously Dogfish out of Milton, Delaware. Let me see if they have a date code on these, because they were date coding. Oh yeah, it does. It does. If I can read it, if I have enough light. No. Oh, this is 11 years old. This is from 2009. An 11-year-old 90-minute IPA, not going to cut it. Yeah. Okay. So, that's what some severe age will do to a 90-minute IPA. So people, drink your IPAs fresh. It's something we're definitely learning on this.
Well, I think we're learning in general, drink your beers fresh.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean...
Unless you're supposed to age them.
Yeah, there are certain things that can age for quite some time, but... Okay.
Okay.
Number 7. Dark,
This is
right?
another dark one.
Yeah, very dark.
Looks like a stout.
Yeah, definitely. There's a little bit of a head on it, but it's like very fine. Very, very fine bubbles.
This smells like it probably was really good fresh. But it smells...
Because... Do you smell something in particular?
I feel like I'm getting caramel.
Yes.
I feel like it could be like a caramel cookie beer or something like that. But it also smells skunky.
So there's something very particular I smell that I won't call out because I want to see if you get it in the taste. But I agree that it does come off kind of caramel. I would also say it comes off kind of vanilla.
Yeah.
To go along with that. And it smells creamy.
Yeah.
It seems very creamy.
And it smells stinky.
I don't know what what particular are you smelling?
I think it's like dirty dishwater.
There is like a...
Isn't there anything off-putting in the nose?
There is a little weird finish on the nose that's coming off... I don't know what the best way to put it is. A little tart-ish, I guess. It's a little weird, but I'm having a hard time really describing what that's like. But it's tied to, I think, the thing that I know is in it. So, anyway, you tasted it.
Tastes gross. Tastes a little caramelly.
I actually think it tastes good.
Mm.
Not great, but it tastes decent.
A little chocolate, a little caramel, a little ashy.
Mm-hmm. I agree with all that. And I clearly taste the main thing that I said I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I don't know.
It is very thin.
It is very thin.
Especially for the way it looks. It looks a lot darker. It's very thin. It's one of those where it's like, it looks like it's supposed to be an imperial stout, but it tastes like it's a straight stout. Very thin, yeah.
What is the thing that you taste?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to... yes. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Just let's do the number and then I'll reveal what it is.
2.
I'm going to go 3. I like it. Kind of. Not a lot, but... Okay. Any guesses on what style? Or...
I think it's a stout or a porter.
Okay, so it is an Irish porter.
You know what? I almost said coconut.
Death by... Why didn't you say it then?
I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's Death by Coconut by Oscar Blues.
We let this one go bad?
6.5 ABV. This was brewed... Oh, this is 4 years old. This is a 4-year-old.
Yeah, that did not hold up.
I don't think it's that... it didn't hold up to what it's like fresh because it has way more of an actual body to it.
Irish
fresh.
porter.
There's more chocolate to it when it's fresh. There's more of a body to
coconut.
it. I don't think so. I still think there's a lot of coconut in this, and I kind of think that that's almost the only thing that's there. And it's just like everything below the coconut that was supporting it kind of fell out over time. That's how I view it, because I get a lot of coconut. I got a lot in the nose. I got a lot in the flavor.
I don't think so.
And I like the coconut in it, but there's just not anything else to go with it anymore. So it's kind of just like drinking kind of like watered down coconut water.
Yeah.
So
coconut water beer.
I don't think it's that bad, though. But yes, and when you said I let this go bad, no, you did, because these were your beers.
Why do my beers have to go in the fridge in the basement so I don't see them?
That hasn't happened for years. But this is from 4 years ago, so for the past 2, maybe 3 years, I haven't been doing that.
Okay, we can't let beers go bad anymore.
I mean, it's your house, too. You can also check that fridge if you want to. Although, don't check it now, because there's literally one beer sitting in there.
What beer is it?
I was going to put it in this, and then I was just like, no, because I think it was probably a trash beer to begin with. Someone had given it to us. This Evil Genius Brewing, they're like chocolate stout. Like, well, their beers suck. I don't like their beer at all.
Any beers we're going to get rid of, give to your mom for cooking.
Yes, I know. But I wanted to do this. So, but I'm sure over time I'll have some other ones.
All these good cooking beers.
Yeah. All right, so let's go on to number 8.
So also dark, yes. stouter porter, likely.
Maybe an imperial stout that's tasting like a straight up stout nowadays. But yeah, not much of a head to it. But when you do swirl it up, it gets a little bit, and it's a little bit brown. Oof. There's a lot.
That smells gross.
This is a lot like that porter we were smelling, where I was saying I was getting that strong soy sauce umami that's also like mushroomy.
I rarely get soy sauce in beers, but this one is very strong with soy sauce.
Yeah, it's almost all that I smell. But at the end of the smell, it transitions into a little bit of a milk chocolate.
Yeah, and I think there's a chalkiness.
Yep. Ash. Yep.
Chocolate and chocolate and soy sauce.
It does not smell the way I like my stouts, but
it doesn't smell good. Let's just say
it could be okay. I don't know. Got to taste it.
Tastes like black olives.
And you know me and olives.
Doesn't it taste like olives?
It does taste like olives. I hate olives. I hate olives with a passion.
That's all I'm getting is olives.
I get that soy sauce in addition. And I do get a little bit of chocolate on the finish, but it's actually more like a dark chocolate because there's a decent bitterness on the finish too.
It's not
and
good.
That chalkiness we were talking about, certainly in there.
I mean, it tastes like it smells, which is not good.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's a 1.
Not. And that ashiness is, as you drink more, the chalkiness and ashiness kind of build with it. So it's almost like you're drinking a little bit of a fire. It's interesting. Okay. Yes.
Oh, well, I'm rating it a 1.
Yeah, numbers. Giving it a 1. Yeah, I'm giving it a 1 as well. I hate it.
This is the lowest one so far.
Anything that tastes like olives, I'm done with it. Okay, so it is
stout.
Bell's Brewery. It's their Kalamazoo Stout, so straight stout. It actually has a little more body than you would assume.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just a straight up stout, and it's 6% alcohol, and Bell's is out of Comstock, Michigan. Oh, I didn't say where Oscar Blues is out of. They're out of Colorado somewhere. They're out of Longmont, Colorado. But they also have a location now in North Carolina, near Asheville. Called like River Mills or something. I don't know. Oh no, that's Sierra Nevada. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. It's there. That's all that matters. Okay. So.
Well, how old is... Oh, yeah. From 2014.
Yeah, so this is a 6-year-old Kalamazoo Stout. So 6 years, not good for this one. Not... All right. Okay, so on to number 9. And we're in the home stretch, the last 4. I know Rebecca's happy about that.
I'm getting like full of bad beer.
Yeah, but the good thing about it is you're already like, I'm not going to drink any more of any of this.
I know, I'm not.
I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so number 9. Looks like.
Very yellow.
Yeah. It's well, orange, yellow, kind of hazy. Yep.
Smells like another old IPA.
Yeah. Kind of has it's got that kind of like candied orange sweetness to it, but it's also a little more like marmalade, maybe?
Yeah. It smells like sticky and sweet, thick.
Yeah. Syrupy. Mm-hmm.
A lot of these old IPAs all smell the same.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I actually am getting a touch of that kind of candy Smarties smell in it. Just a little bit. All right, going in. No. Ugh. What? Well, I get pine, but I get something else.
Just like bitter water.
Yeah, it's just like really bitter. A little bit like some pine to it, a little bit of that sweet orange, but not nearly enough to do much of anything.
Yeah, not good.
And then there's what is that on the end? It tastes like something particular on the end. It's like some sort of like wood, like not good wood.
Yeah.
Or like a peppercorn, maybe a little bit.
A little peat.
A little peppercorn. Weird. Okay, your rating on that one. Yeah, it's a little peppery on finish. That's odd.
1.
Yep, 1 from me as well. That is terrible. Guesses?
It's an IPA.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is a pale ale.
Oh, okay.
It's by Lagunitas. It's from their One Hitter series. It's their Born Yesterday Fresh Hop Pale Ale.
Aww.
Well, not when we're drinking it.
Wah, wah.
Lagunitas is out of Petaluma, California, and Chicago, Illinois. This is a 6.5% alcohol beer, and it's from 2015. So a 5-year-old pale ale. Don't recommend that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Didn't work out. Okay, now number 10.
This looks like there's chunks in it.
I mean, maybe there are chunks in it. I don't think I see chunks in mine, but...
Look at the top of mine.
Are there chunks? Yeah, kind of. Oh, yeah, there are some in mine. I was assuming... I was looking at the bottom. I assumed that if there were chunks, it would have sunk. But no, there are chunks on the top.
Ew. This smells like real bad.
Well, what's bad? It smells like pineapple to me. It's kind of like the Sour Marin River. It smells like pineapple.
Yeah, but it smells like rotten.
Rotten pineapple? I could see that. Yeah, there's a little off note.
A little?
Like a little funky.
I don't want to drink this. I don't think it's safe.
I get a little apricot or peach to it.
I think I'm going to be sick if I drink it.
How's it not safe? Just like a sip. Do you smell anything else in it?
No, it smells like rotten. It smells rancid.
I can't wait till you taste it then.
It smells sour.
Well, yeah, it definitely smells sour. I think that it smells kind of similar to that Sour Marin River, but actually a little bit sweeter and softer on the nose.
Okay, it doesn't taste as bad. It tastes kind of like pineapple juice.
Yes, it actually tastes a lot like pineapple juice.
It doesn't taste like a beer.
Like golden pineapple. You know, that's like sweet, but it's got that really strong pineapple flavor to it.
It doesn't taste like a beer at all.
Yeah, it literally tastes like pineapple juice. Yes, it's pineapple juice. Okay, but it doesn't taste rancid. Doesn't taste bad.
No, but the smell is so awful.
Yeah, the smell's not so great, but it's not bad.
Yeah,
it held up okay.
I'll give it a 2.
2? I'm actually gonna give it a 3. I think it's pretty solid. I'm down with it. You want to take a guess on this? No, it's not too bad. Surprised it held up this way.
It's probably a sour.
You think?
That's not as sour anymore.
I mean, it's still got sourness to it, but yeah, it's probably sweeter now than it was, maybe. Trillium Brewing's Escape Plan, which is a sour ale brewed with lactose, orange, lime, coconut, passion fruit, pineapple, almond, and vanilla.
Oh, you don't get any of that.
Yeah, you don't get anything. They are out of Boston and Canton, Massachusetts, and this Escape Plan is 8.7% alcohol. You can't taste that because it tastes like juice. And when was this canned? It's only 2 years old.
Like, it can't be that old.
Yeah, it's not crazy old. So that's probably why it held up okay-ish. I'm definitely have to drink some water after that, though. That's not bad. That's one of the better ones for us.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, number 11. Looks very yellow-orange, incredibly clear.
Very clear, yeah.
Very insanely clear. Smell.
What is that?
There's something very particular on the nose.
It smells a little smoky.
Smoky, vegetal, very vegetal. I can say I see where you're getting that little bit of smokiness, but to me it's very veggie, very very vegetal, earthy.
Yeah,
nose.
earthy. I could see earthy. It smells like charcoal.
I don't agree with that. It's just very natural.
Very natural.
But that's all I smell. Like I do not smell
not
anything else. There isn't a whole lot of complexity or anything, which, maybe there was at one point with a lot of these, like with a lot.
It's kind of how it tastes.
Ugh.
It's not good.
Kind of tastes like dirt.
Yeah, it does. Yes.
It's like compost.
Yes,
it's like veggies and dirt. It tastes like compost.
Yes.
Yeah, veggies and dirt. There's way too much bitterness on the end. Yeah, that vegetal. All right, your number.
1.
Yep, I'm with you. Any guesses on what this is?
Is it a pale ale? Blonde?
It is a pale ale. But what is in it? Jalapeno.
Oh.
This is Birdsong Brewing Company's Jalapeno Pale Ale. Birdsong is out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And this beer is 5.5% alcohol. There is a date code. It is 4 years old.
4 years old.
Where were we 4 years ago? In Asheville.
Wait, I think we got that in Asheville, but I think we were in Asheville.
No, yes, we did. We did get it in Asheville.
Weren't we in Asheville longer than 4 years ago?
No.
4 years?
4 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, this is their jalapeno pale ale, and we brought it back and we just never drank it. It just sat in there the whole time. That was the one that you had picked out.
Yeah,
so this one's on you.
That's on me.
The escape plan is also on you because that's one that we had gotten for you, and I remember on numerous occasions saying, "Why don't you drink your escape plan?" And you're like, "I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it," and it just stayed in there.
Sometimes you just don't feel like it.
Right. So then it's in this tournament.
Yeah.
Because of that. So a few beers that's your fault this time, not mine.
Only 2.
Okay,
2
so
out of 12.
how are we ending this? Number 12, the final one. Looks like a porter stout.
Yeah, I took a whiff.
What does it smell like?
It smells like metal.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it kind of does.
It smells like a metal pipe.
There's other stuff in there, though. Maple? Maple metal? That's a good name for a beer, actually.
Or a band?
Maple metal. No, not really for a band. For a
beer. Maple metal. That's a...
As I keep smelling
maple metal.
As I keep smelling it, I'm getting used to that kind of metallic note. So I'm smelling a little bit more to it. Roasty. There's a little bit of chocolate on it.
Yeah, not much though. That metal's hard to get past.
You don't smell anything other than that?
No.
Okay. Well, let's taste it and see if you get anything else. Because I know that there's some other notes in there, but I don't want to say, oh, you hate it? Oh my, Rebecca's face is priceless right now. I
almost spit it back out.
I didn't even try it yet. Is it a mistake if I try this beer? Is it going to make me want to vomit?
You have to.
All right, I'm going. Ew. Ew. It tastes like metal.
Yes, it does.
There's totally a metal flavor to it. It's like juice with metal.
Juice? I think it just tastes like metal.
Doesn't it taste fruity to you?
No.
It tastes fruity to me.
And I'm not going back in for a second sip.
You have to.
No, I'm not
You
doing it.
have to.
I don't have to.
Well, then tell me all the flavors you get out of it.
Metal.
There's more.
That's
I know
all
you
I
get
get.
more. Rebecca, you got to do at least 1 or 2 more sips. 2 more sips.
I'm not doing 2. I'll do 1.
You need to pick out at least 2 more notes in this beer. You can't just say metal.
Chalk
Yeah, I could see that.
and malt.
No, invalid. Because every beer tastes like it has malt to it.
It's not invalid.
I do get that earthy vegetal note that I was getting on the last one, and it's definitely not because that's still like in my palate. It has that kind of vegetal. There's a decent roastiness on the finish.
I feel like the rest of the night my belly's going to be off.
That's possible. Can you imagine if you had to drink like at least half of each of these beers?
No.
That would be
And
rough.
I think the first 4, we actually are doing this all in one sitting.
Yeah, we are.
And I think
Because we're not going to drink.
I think I
barely
went
any
too
of these.
hard on the first 4, taking like big sips.
Maybe.
And then now I can barely just do like a little wet my whistle.
And then this might be like the worst one to end
I
on.
know, it really is.
Okay, so what's your number?
That's a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1 for me too. It tastes really bad. Okay.
It's
Guesses.
It's
What
a
is
porter or stout based on the color.
I'm going to tell you this one's also your fault.
What?
The last 3 beers are your fault.
What is it?
This one's also from when we went to Asheville, North Carolina. It's Boojum Brewing. It's their Graveyard Fields Blueberry Coffee Porter. And it is 5% alcohol, brewed in 2016. Yeah, so 4 years old. Blueberry coffee porter. So I definitely was getting the blueberry. I don't think, if I didn't know it was blueberry, I wouldn't say it's blueberry.
Yeah.
But definitely would get just a fruitiness to it. You can suss out the coffee in there, actually, if you keep sipping it. But yeah, over time, it tastes like metal. It does not taste good at all. But this is another one that was your fault.
So 3 out of 12 were my fault. The rest
No, 4, because the
Death by Coconut?
Death by Coconut was you too.
Okay, so 4.
And then the other ones we share responsibility for.
No.
No, yeah, the others were me. So 1/3 of them were you, 2/3 were me.
Yeah.
That's fine. So, what was our best? Obviously,
The double duck pin.
based off our ratings, yeah, the best one was the Union's double duck pin at 3 years old is still good. A double IPA that's pretty nice. And then after that, with an overall of 3, was the Baird Beers Kurafune Porter, which actually was not bad. And then behind that, with 2.5, was the Mikkeller 19 IPA, Duclaw's For Pete's Sake Imperial Chocolate Peanut Butter Porter, and then Oscar Blues Death by Coconut Porter, and then the Trillium's Escape Plan, which was the sour with lactose, orange, lime, coconut, passion fruit, pineapple, almond, and vanilla. Which you couldn't even taste all those things in it when it was fresh.
No, yeah, that's true. When it was fresh, you couldn't.
That's just something Trillium does. They just try and put in a lot of stuff, and a lot of it you're not tasting. It's just, it's the way it is. So, what'd you think?
It was okay.
Would you be more interested in this same thing, but beers
Good
that I
beer?
know will be good?
Well, yeah.
The problem with that is the majority of those would probably be large format bottles,
And
so we'd have to
high
go.
ABV.
Yes, and high ABV, so we'd have to go very slow.
Yeah.
Probably 6 different times recording to get the 12 beers out of it.
Yeah.
So if we do that, maybe we do 12, maybe we cut it down to like 8. I don't know. We'll see. But I do like the idea of doing that because we do have a lot of very good beers in the basement that should be consumed at some point so they don't end up on an episode like this at some point. So yeah, but like I said, not the fault of these breweries, the fault of us. Take heed, take warning. Don't let your beers sit if they shouldn't be sitting, because then you just have to figure out what to do with them.
Yep.
Most likely you're just going to pour them down the drain. But I would say try them first, because you never know.
Yeah, I would say you never know.
You really never know. Just give them a little sip, and if you're not digging it, get rid of it. But I want to drink the rest of that double duck pin. And I'm going to have a little bit more of that Sour Mern River. Because
I'm tapping out.
Maybe some escape plan. I don't know. Ugh. We'll see. We'll see where the night goes. It's young. Anyway, thanks everyone for checking this out. If you have any ideas for episodes or you just want to contact us about whatever, you can email brutalbattlepodcast@gmail.com. Do us a quick favor. Give us ratings and reviews on whatever podcatcher you use. The most important for us is iTunes, though, if you could do that for us. Would appreciate it. And the big thing, social media-wise, is Rebecca is actually running our Instagram. Everything else, like, I'm there, kind of, but not really running it. So, what's our Instagram?
Brutal Battle Podcast.
Okay. So, if you have Instagram, follow that, because she will interact with you. And you can interact with her.
There you go.
And it's fun. But anyway, thanks everyone for checking this out. And until next time.
Keep it brutal.